I was born in Ponchatoula, Louisiana, in a really small kind of country bumpkin town where everybody knew everybody. My mother was the person who raised me, taught me everything I know. When I was younger, I saw the Olympics for the first time. And I looked at my mom and I told her I wanted to be the fastest man in the world. And she looks at me and she's like, you'll never be the fastest man in the world because there are people in Africa, there are people in Jamaica who run to eat. You know, they run like they want to breathe and all these things. So until you want something as bad as you want to eat, as bad as you want to breathe, you'll never be incredibly proficient at it. And at that age, that's something that just kind of like changes the trajectory of your life and changes how you approach everything. And so that, for me, was one of the most important moments in my life because it made me this person who just like, focus, win, you know. I am an All-American for the University of Texas, multiple All-American. I ran 10-2, which is the Olympic qualifying standard. I was pretty good, I was pretty legit, but the only thing I liked about running was winning. I've met people and I know a lot of people and I love people who really love just the lactic acid from running and just falling out on the track, and that wasn't me. But it provided me this really kind of structured lifestyle that I've I guess incorporated in my day-to-day now. Throughout my entire life, I wanted to kind of be someone who had this physical presence because for whatever reason I thought that was what success was. And I would want to embody that. And I feel like in Moonlight, Sharon, in the same way, builds and fortifies himself. And I understand, we have we have no control over our lives, but I can control how this looks, you know? And that's the only thing I have. I think being athletic and track and field specifically is so synonymous with acting because it is the most individualized team sport. Like, you do your best in your individual event so that the team can prosper. You give your best performance so that the film in its entirety is incredible. So just having that kind of, that work ethic and knowing that you have to kind of block out everybody else and all the other distractions and focus on what you have to focus on to deliver your best performance. I credit everything that I'm doing now to my time as an athlete. I didn't know acting was even a possibility. I assumed it was like royalty in a sense that you had to be born into this thing in order to have an opportunity to get in. And so I was jogging on campus my second to last semester of college. I was running track. I was focused on being a landman, which is some profession in oil and gas. And I was approached by this lady as I was jogging on campus. And she's emphatically waving me down. And she's like, you look like this guy that's in my head that I'm casting in this film. I need you to come audition for this thing. And then I go in and I'm terrible, just horrendous. But for whatever reason, she saw something in me and kind of championed me around Austin. And as soon as I graduated, I moved out to LA. From then on, I was just focused on the work, and then thankfully I booked Moonlight. For me, this was the first time that I felt like I fell in love with the art of acting because it's such a truthful experience. It's such a truthful story. This is so many people's story. It touches so many people on so many different levels. Based on my character's sexuality in the movie, I can't really relate to being a gay man. I know what it's like to be a minority, so it's kind of similar. Obviously, it is similar. So in that regard, yeah, I understand. And being obviously a black man and it being in the black community, it was true to me in so many senses. It was so prevalent to my life. It was a really, I needed to tell. I read it and I needed to tell it to make myself be a better person. I had no idea that this would be something that really affected people like it is. The day that we dropped the 2-minute trailer, I was at the gym and I had people come up to me just in tears in the gym, saying this is my story, thank you for telling this story, and to be a part of something that really affects people like that. In its best, view, that's the reason why we do what we do. And I just hope it kind of helps people in a sense, and it makes us as a collective develop a better understanding. I have 5% of Sharon in me, and I got to exhaust 100% of that 5%. Sharon was someone who obviously didn't love himself because he didn't have that acceptance from his mother, from all these people who were in his life. It was legitimately kind of forcing myself to develop that same kind of self-hate. Because I love myself, right? I love everybody that I come into contact with. It was this suffocating weight on my chest, constantly. So in doing that, I learned so much about myself, learned so much about the world, I feel like, in people. So I hope to continue to do truthful work. I hope to do work that really resonates with people. I hope to be the guy that people look at and say, Trevante Rhodes, we have to see this movie. Drop everything we're doing. Forget the family vacation. We're going to see Trevante's movie. You know, I really want to be someone that people could look up to. I have no idea, to be quite honest, who Trevante Rhodes is right now. But like, I think as I continue to work more and more and more, I will continue to find out more.